Maybe asking a girl out at school or asking a girl at the fucking gym. I don't know. That actually don't bother girls.
Yeah, not at the gym. Man. Don't do that. The
But-
gym is like not weight. So are you wearing headphones or no? Yeah. All right, word. So let me know what you think about the sound. Is this good? Like right here, or should I like right here? Okay, ASMR like now right here or like right here.
As long as it's like
Level.
right your chin, like between your chin and your lip, like bottom lip.
Pause that.
Yeah, that was brazy. Between the chin and the mouth is braze.
Pause that.
Pause that for real.
Episode 1 live. Ready? 3,
3.
2, 1.
All right, give me like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you got time though.
Wait, you have to come up with like an
no,
intro.
Huh?
You have to come up with an intro.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but it seems kind of forced for the first one. Like, what is there to say?
Do other people have intros?
Nah, they don't. Like, they just hop in, and then it's a clip, and then it's like an actual intro video.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is, the video that we're recording?
Yeah.
Like, that'll be the intro. So this will be like a small clip, and then we'll have the actual intro, and then we'll get into the
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So. All right. So then cue the intro.
Just start over again.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So wait, what are we doing then as far as like the intro goes?
Just say.
Just hopping into it, right?
Yeah,
like,
just
yo,
hop into
welcome.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
So 5-second pause.
I say who you are, and then I'll say who I am, and then we'll go back to like a deeper intro.
All right, we go. Countdown. 5.
All right.
Here we go. Episode 1. Anaka Power Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, this has been a long time coming. Welcome to the Anaka Power Radio.
Welcome. Shout out Alex.
Shout out Alex one time. OG Alex.
Y'all may have heard me on the GM podcast not too long ago. Actually, it was like probably a year ago.
It's probably 2, honestly.
That podcast has been dead, buried, probably never to be bought again, brought back to life again. But it was a good time. It was me, Russ, Alex, Josh, Matt. But I've resurfaced. I've been reincarnated as Sean Coker.
Sean Coker, man.
The Inaka Power Radio. Anaka Power.
The new host.
I'm here with Ant. Ant's gonna be the host. I'm not gonna be the mediator. I'm not good at that. But Ant's gonna be the host. He's gonna run that, and we're back. We're back in business. This is our first episode.
Let's go, man. Back in business, but it is the first one because the business doesn't stop. So we're just back at it. We're back at it. So
For sure. Episode
1, intro to the pod. What we plan to do, and what to expect from us.
It's crazy because like I can't. The last episode or the last podcast I did, we didn't have cameras, so like I'm gonna have to get used to this whole like 3
looking
camera
at the
thing.
camera.
Like, do I look at these cameras or do I just like talk and kind of do my thing? And I have to also remember that people can see me now, so gotta watch what I do. I'm a pretty wild person, but yeah, it's kind of weird. 3 cameras pointing at me at the same time. I'm trying to make eye contact with all of them.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to look at the middle one, but then also I know that's my camera, so I'm like looking at that one too. I think the most important part is like your outfit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I literally had to plan out like, what am I gonna wear, and then I didn't even wear what I planned out, so I was a little stressed in the morning.
Yeah, no, I can't be wearing shorts here for sure.
It's like might be unflattering, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is.
I got big thighs, but
Pause. That was big thighs. Oh man, on that note, so on our first YouTube video,
episode brought to you by Alani Seltz. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the day. Alani Seltz. Squeeze the day. Son of a peach.
Ooh. They actually have cool names though.
Oasis. All right, go.
Yeah. Just scratch that. So on the first YouTube video, we had people ask questions about like what they want to see and what they wanted to see in like what would they want us to talk about. And one of the main questions was how Anaka got started, your journey of like starting Anaka. That was like the most asked question. So, how did Anaka get started? How did you name it? Those were like the two most asked questions.
I guess I can kind of give people a rundown of like how everything started up until the point where you came into play.
Yeah.
And then obviously everything after that. But Anaka Power, the brand, was an idea, a thought in 2017. It was me and my business partner, Sam A, aka S Motion 5 on Instagram. You guys don't see much of him because he's kind of a behind the scenes kind of guy. But he came to me actually with an idea at my apartment. For those of you guys who have been following me for a while, I've been doing online coaching from my first thing when I got into this whole fitness industry thing was online coaching from probably the year 2014, 2013 up until, I still do it, but not as much as I used to do it. Online coaching was my primary source of income. Online coaching, the whole sponsorship with supplements, clothing brands, all that stuff. The way the fitness industry really rocked back in 2016, 2015, 2017. Sam, my business partner, came over to my apartment at the time, 1-bedroom apartment, 600 square feet. Came over, pitched an idea of starting our own knee sleeve brand. And I was just like, at that time, I was squatting a lot. I was really big into power building and powerlifting and all that stuff. I was actually doing like my first powerlifting block or whatever you call that thing. And I was kind of into it. And at first I was like, you know what, like this is great, but like it's not going to stand, especially in the fitness industry today. There's strong knee sleeves at the time was popping. Of course, SPD was doing their thing. They've always been doing their thing. And I turned it down. Kept bothering me, wouldn't leave it alone. Came back again for a second visit. This time he brought some samples over that were fucking hideous ass samples, man. Like disgusting samples. Like we'll never reveal those samples to you guys. But brought some samples over, thought they were hideous, and I said no again. Kept texting me, kept blowing me up. He was like, yo, I think you got the following. You got the corner, the group. You're in the perfect like area to start a brand, and you're starting something new. You're starting an accessory brand. Not many people start accessory brands. Everyone's trying to start a clothing line. Accessory brands are brand new. Why don't you start that? Came over the last time. This time he had the logo, and this time he also had suggestions for names. And there were so many different names. And I remember we were sitting on the couch after he showed me like the possible logo. We were sitting on the couch, and he was just like, what if we just named it? Because I'm Nigerian, my nationality. His nationality is Nigerian as well. And he was like, what if we named it something that like had to do with like our motherland, like our country of origin? And I was like, you know what? That might be dope. Like might be dope to bring that over to the States. And I remember he was like, let's name it Gorilla, but in a Nigerian dialect. And I was like, damn, that's a good ass idea. Looked it up. We found out it was Anaki. Changed the I at the end of Anaki to A. Anaka just sounded better. And then boom, we were sold on that name. Started running samples. Fast forward to 2018, June 2018. Had our first launch of just knee sleeves, black and white, 500 a pair, 500 each color. Sold out the first day. I think we made about like $20,000. I thought I was the richest person on earth. I thought I was legit rich as fuck.
That's
like
insane.
I think we went out to Clay or Spire that night. I think Spire was popping at that time.
Just braze.
And like I don't know if we bought a table, but we spent some money out of that $20,000. It was very stupid.
They probably spent $5
We spent a lot of money out of that $20,000. We thought we were like that was the first time I had ever made that much money in that short amount of time.
In a single day.
This was like 4 years ago. So like, for me, I was just like ecstatic. I was happy. Went back to the drawing boards on Monday, packaged all the orders out of my apartment at the time, and after that, man, like the company just caught a wave, came out with belts, wrist straps, moved on to apparel, dropped some shirts. Shirts were doing really well, and then at that time, I was like, you know what? Like, what if I just didn't go the typical route of like Alphaland, Gymshark, all those companies that are doing like the tight fitness apparel? What if I went the route of just doing like something like streetwear, something that I was actually into, the clothes that I actually enjoyed wearing? Dropped our first like graphic tee, which was the lightning tee. That shirt sold out so quick.
Shirt's iconic.
And got a bag off that shirt, honestly. just we're bringing that shirt back for Black Friday, by the way.
In totality, like that shirt is
That shirt.
that was like
iconic.
the Teddy T before the Teddy T.
Yeah.
Now
We're talking like 2019. We dropped the Lightning Tee, black and white, and we sold out of like I think 2,000 shirts like in like 20 minutes. And at that time, I knew that we had a wave that I had never experienced before. I had seen it with Christian and his brand at Alphaland at the time, and I was like, man, if I can really like maintain this wave, if we can really maintain this wave, we really have something big here. Because up until like you think your company's big, but you don't really know it's big. At that time, that's how I kind of felt. That's how we kind of felt. The Lightning Tee kind of gave us more confidence, and then after that, we just went full fledged like graphic tees, heavier on the apparel. I mean, on the accessories and the apparel, and the wave just continued to grow. The mob just continued to grow. We were working out of a trucking warehouse at the time, trucking warehouse where my friend Rubio, he was selling trucks. But we had like, I think 800 square feet of it. He gave it to us pretty much for free to like run our operations out of it. And I don't know, it's crazy. I don't want to go too far into the story because I feel like Ant can kind of explain the other half of how he came into play. Because right around that time at the trucking business is where Ant kind of came into play and started working.
Yeah, so up until then, I had been watching Shawley on YouTube for like, I don't know how I found you. I mean, obviously I found you through Christian, but I was like, I like CG stuff, and I still do, obviously. But it just like, I didn't really feel like one of those fans, you know, like one of his core fans. I just liked his content, and I somehow started watching Shawley, and I always knew about him and Russ, but I really started watching you when it was like when you did Vegas. So it's that summer shredding like series. What was it?
2019.
What was the name of it? It was
The marathon.
Yeah, the marathon. That's when I started watching you, and I would literally watch all of Shawley's videos, like every single video when it dropped. Like I was one of those subscribers, and I would reply to his stories, and this is like I knew is like I would reply to his stories like the same way I do now, like funny, and so he knew I was like a funny dude, obviously. But my Avi at the time was it was Khloe Kardashian wearing a hat that said "Vote for Kanye." And so he didn't really ever knew what I looked like or whatever. And so he had a meetup at AE, so the same trucking like warehouse that he was at. He had a meetup, and like no influencers went. Like it was literally just him and Russell, I think, at the time. And
I think Christian and Max came.
They came the second time.
Oh, really?
So there was a small meetup. Like I was already working for you when we had the meetup.
They came that day.
Oh,
they just left. They came and left really. Heidi, Christian, Max, everyone came that day.
Okay.
They just left really early.
But the second one was like the big one, right?
The second one
was when like Gustavo had like the.
No, I think that was the first one.
No. I'm telling you, the first one was literally just you and Russell and Brandon, because like, so this is what happened. So at the time, he just like messed up all the lighting. Just let up all the lighting in.
No. Oh, no, you're good.
Surge. No, you're good, I guess. But so so at the time, my dad was like my workout partner. So I was like, yo, let's go to this meetup. It was like $10 to get in. And like people were coming up and talking to you like as you were working out. But I was like, all the conversations were pretty short. So I was like, nah, I'm going to wait until like everyone's out this hoe, and I'm going to have a real conversation. So I was just like doing a full body workout at this point, waiting until everyone left. Cause like I had already worked out, and I was like, nah, I'm going to do like curls and like random shit so I can like actually have a conversation. And like nobody was left in the warehouse besides like Brandon, Kerrigan, and you. And I knew Brandon because Brandon was coaching me at the time. So I was like kind of talking to him. And then I started talking to Shawley. And like Shawley's side of the story is like completely false. And
Nah, it's not false. It's not false at all. I remember the story.
This is absolutely cap, man.
I remember the story. I mean, I'll never forget the story. I was working out, and I finished working out, and I came inside the office because our office was really close to the gym that we used at the time. I came inside the office, said bye to like Christian, Max, Heidi, everyone that was leaving, and all the other people that were leaving too. And as I was walking back out to the gym to kind of like wrap up my workout, an older man came up to me, and happened to be Ant's dad. Came up to me, grabbed me, tapped me, was like, "Yo, nice to meet you. I watch your stuff, yada yada yada." I was like, "Thank you, pleasure to meet you." I thought that was it, and he was like, I have my son. He's the one that put me onto you. He's here as well." And I was like, "Oh, where is he? Bring him in." He was like, "He's kind of shy."
This is so cat, man. I literally called my dad.
He was like, he's kind of shy, but if you come out here, you can meet him out here. So I literally walked out, like outside of like the office area into the gym, and Ant was just standing on the wall. But like,
This might be true. This part might be true.
When he was like, I walked up to him and I like tried to shake his hand, and like, I don't know, like this is
this is cap.
This makes me cringe a little bit.
This is so cap, man.
But
this is so cap.
I walked up
This is
to
literally
him.
cap.
I walked up to him, and he was just like standing against the wall, and like he wouldn't look at me. So like, I'm trying to do this to where I can talk in the mic and explain the story too. I forgot we have cameras. This is beautiful. I was talking to him, looking at him, and he was looking to the side, like that, just looking at. And he was like, I was like, "Yo, what's your name?" And he would answer like this, "My name's Ant."
That's so cap.
And I was like, "Oh, so like, man, how did you like find out about me?" And he explained the whole story of like, "Oh, I found you through like Christian and Max." Like, yeah, like just not looking at me at all. And I was like, "Man, this is extremely awkward." Like, extremely awkward. And then like the conversation ended. He went home.
That's so cap. So this is how I know this is cap.
I don't know what happened. The conversation ended after that, and
No,
then
it didn't. That's
later
how
on that day, you DM me, and then that's what I was like, "Oh
no!" I will literally scroll up. Like this is actually cap. So this is what really happened. So I'm talking to him. It was a full on like hour conversation. That's how I know that he obviously has this like wrong. We have a full on hour conversation. He then asked me, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Big Baller Ant." He's like, "Oh shit, that's you." Then he follows my account there. We continue to have the conversation. We then go inside. We go inside the warehouse, like inside the office.
Yeah, but throughout the conversation, you did not make eye contact.
Nah. I feel like, okay, maybe at first I was nervous, maybe.
Yeah.
But at some point, it was a normal conversation.
The extreme,
because I was looking directly at you.
No, the extreme of no. That's what I was about to say. Like the extreme, like is it the extremity of you not looking at me?
It was at the beginning
odd.
though. It was bro. It couldn't have been the whole entire time.
Like, bro, I'm talking about his head and neck were at a 90-degree angle.
Oh my god, man!
Just not looking at me.
This dude has the wrong guy.
Just not looking at me.
He literally probably has the wrong person, and he's just saying it
was
me.
very awkward, man.
To make the story good, because there's no way.
It was weird because like after that, I was just like, man, like I remember when we did reach out, when I did reach out for help.
Yeah,
you said you were down. I was like, man, like hopefully when he comes in this time,
he's
able to look at me because
like, so fucked, dude.
I don't know how we're gonna.
That's so fucked.
I don't know how we're gonna work.
So
I don't know how we're gonna work together if like you can't look at me. Like,
that's
in my
hilarious.
eye. It's kind of weird, but
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
he came in. He was pretty normal. I think the first day you came, you assembled chairs. For free, right?
Because so he DMs me. Yeah, so at this point, I'm working at Transocean. I have an accounting internship, and so like that. So that was a Saturday, and literally every day I was like, man, hopefully this dude actually reaches out. So Friday at like fucking 12 p.m. he DMs me. He's like, yo, do you know how to drive a box truck? That was the DM. Like, do you know how to drive a box truck? I was like, fuck, like, I guess, like, I don't know, like, I'm down. And he's like, all right, pull up. So I pull up and like I didn't have to drive.
That was after the first like huge launch we had.
Yeah,
we were like trying to deliver shit to USPS.
And so Gustavo ended up being there, so I didn't have to drive it. But like, there's IKEA chairs and shit that like hadn't been assembled. So I built them. Like I literally built 4 chairs. Like the chairs that we use still to this day, I built like with my hand. And then the next day came around and he was like, yo, like pull up, like whatever.
Did they hear my burp?
Nah, I didn't hear it.
Okay,
I didn't hear it.
Wow, that was bad.
But yeah, he's like, yo, pull up tomorrow, help some more. And I was basically helping do like all the setup. So I helped build the racks that we had in our inventory room. Then we brought in the table. Do you remember when we brought in the table, me, you, and Gustavo, when we broke it?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't fit in the door. Yeah. So then we did that. And then he would always like, he would ask me like at the end of the week, like for my PayPal. And I was like, nah, bro, like don't worry about it. Like I'll just work for free. Like don't worry about it. And it would make him like kind of upset. He'd be like, bro, just give me your like your PayPal. Like, and I would just be like, nah, bro, like you're good. Like don't worry about it. And so it wasn't until
until we had like our first launch.
Remember it was so Brittany was there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was so Brittany. So it was a girl who's doing like customer service, and she's the homie. So if you're watching this, shout out. But her schedule was just like kind of weird. So she would only be able to work like 2 days, I think, or it was something weird. And one day she quit. Like I forgot what happened, but like she just quit. And they were gonna interview another girl that we still know. But I'll never forget this because it was you and Samuel Solis, and we were sitting in those 4 chairs. And you were just like, you're kind of going on a rant. You're just like, man, like I just need someone who's like down, committed, and is like gonna ride to the top with me, like type shit. And yeah, pause. And Sam Solis just like looked at me and was like, bro, like he's the one. And you were like, yo, how much are you getting paid at your job currently? And I think it was like $10 an hour. And you're like, word, if you work for us, like I'll do $11 an hour. So I was like, I mean, I was already working for you pretty much. So I was like, yeah, word. And from then, I mean, we've just pretty much been on a roll since.
The growth after that was incredible. So we stayed there for about like, I put about
I'd say
$20,000 into that office and just redoing it. We moved out in like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Moved over to Alphaland.
No, Alphalete Distribution.
Alphalete Distribution, sorry. Alphalete Distribution. Stayed there for about like another 4 or 5 months. Outgrew that. Got our first warehouse that was like 5,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And
we got out of there quickly.
Put like $25,000.
That was probably I feel like that was the quickest move, honestly.
Extremely quick.
That was like 4 months. It felt
extremely quick. Put so much money into that. $25,000 into like redoing that office.
Yeah.
Just to take it down in 4 to 5 months. And then we moved over to our current warehouse, which is about 18,000 square feet. And now, with the amount of employees that we're hiring and stuff like that, the growth that we're having, now we're here at Alphaland, and we have this corporate office. This room primarily is going to be used for podcasts, the podcast room, and just content.
Yeah.
When we move over here officially, this will be Ant and Sergio's room and people that are involved with the content side of things. I'll be here over on the other side of this. It'll be like kind of like a VIP lounge for all our influencers, guests, athletes, all that stuff. Sam will be here, break room, fun little area that's premium, nice, corporate, a mixture of all of that together. Yeah. So the journey's been crazy, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty insane.
Met a lot of people throughout the way, lost a lot of people, but this journey has been one hell of a journey. And it's funny because we're just getting started. We're about to kick off with supplements. We're rolling into Power Performance. This podcast is just getting started. The team is growing. I think now we're close to like 30 employees total. If you're factoring in the warehouse help.
Yeah.
In office, we're already at 15. Outside of office, we have about 12 to 15. And then contractors as well, we have about 4 to 5. It's crazy. Company's growing really fast. And obviously, if you're listening to this, you're part of that reason. And thank 100%. You for the support. And this is just the first episode of the podcast. There's plenty more to come. But
yeah, I was having a conversation, ironically, with Brittany at the party I went to this weekend. And she was like, man, I feel like the growth has just been so insane. And I was like, yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, like, when you're in it. You know what I mean? Like, because a year ago, if you look back a year ago where we were, I think, man, we were still definitely at the distribution center. We had two offices and a like a closet space for inventory. Yeah. So like, it's hard to like kind of like see it when you're like in it, because like day to day we just continually like just build up momentum. But like when you take a step back, it's pretty insane.
Very insane.
Like I remember like when we were still at AE.
For me, it's like from my literally like my clothing closet in my apartment to like my computer room at my townhome to now 18,000 square feet of warehouse space. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Mind-blowing.
That's like absolutely insane.
But a lot of people, when they say they want to start, like when people tell me they want to start a brand and stuff like that, I'm all for it. I'm always supporting and stuff like that because I was there once, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand the amount of trial and tribulation you go through, trial and error, everything that you go through in the process of brand building, and we're still not even done yet. There's still so much that you learn throughout the way. Like starting a brand isn't as easy as people think it is. Like, yeah, you can come up with cool clothes, cool concepts and stuff like that and sell them. But if your back end isn't structured and well put together, it'll come down crumbling as fast as it started, or probably even faster. You'll launch 1 or 2 times, and then if you don't have a backbone structure, you'll fail. So, and the funny thing is, man, like, it's crazy because I don't know if this separates a successful business, and I've always wondered that, a successful business from like a failing business. We've never failed.
Yeah.
We've never had like a bad launch. We've never had a bad launch. We've never had like something that completely flopped. We've never had something that's just like not done well. Yeah. Since day one, the day one launch, June 30th, 2018 till now, it's been like a upward. Maybe the slope is kind of like slowed down a little bit, but it's been just like a consistent upward slope
100%
that has not like come down. And I knock on wood because I don't want to fuck that up. But
I think this is some wood right here.
It's definitely titanium.
Yeah, that was not
that's vibranium from
Wakanda. Yeah, that was straight Wakanda.
It was definitely Wakanda vibranium.
Yeah, I think I mean there's been a few items that haven't performed as like well as we expected them, but I mean that leads me kind of into like another question someone asked, like, what's the hardest part of starting a business for you in like particular, or what was the hardest part for Anaka?
The hardest part obviously is if you're someone like me who was working or doing online work. I mean, it paid me good money, online coaching, don't get me wrong, but whenever you, at that point in my life, taking that amount, I think I put $10,000 aside myself. My business partner put $10,000 aside himself. Taking that huge amount of cash of your own money, no loans, no nothing. Till this day, we haven't gotten one loan. Taking that amount of money yourself, putting it aside, putting it to something that you don't really know if it's going to actually like flip or not, was probably the hardest part. Being broke for that long, essentially. I put $10,000 of my own money in 2017, probably like November, and I didn't see product or like I didn't see any money back for about 8 months.
Jeez.
And that was a very, very like stressful time because I was just like thinking in my head, like, man, I could have put $10,000 into stocks. I could have put $10,000 into like buying my own house, my first house, $10,000 into something else, or saved it, honestly. But that's probably the hardest part. And I think that's the one thing a lot of people struggle with. Whether you're getting a loan or not, you still have to pay the loan back. Whether you're getting a loan or not, I think starting off, you're always scared that you'll never make the money back. And that shit, the thing is, and one thing I'll tell you guys is that if once you start a business, we've gone to the point now where we're putting in damn near $1 million into each launch. No matter how big or low that number gets, you're always going to have that same feeling. That feeling is never going to leave. You're always going to be stressed about making that money back. So if you're able to do it once, just keep telling yourself that you're going to have to keep doing it over and over again. So as far as that question goes, yeah, the money you put down and the money you're scared about making back, that was definitely the hardest part. Obviously, there's a lot of other things, but that initial investment is scary.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nerve-wracking. Like putting 10 racks up and then you're broke and you haven't seen anything. You're like, come on, man.
I moved out of my mom's house 2017. I think 2017. I moved out of my mom's house 2017 into a 1-bedroom. And I remember I moved out and I had about $2,000 in my bank account. And I spent about $1,200 on my first month of rent. I had $800 in my bank account after that.
Damn.
And to my parents, because I had just quit working for my dad, I was just tired. I was fed up with it.
Yeah.
I was fed up with working a 9 to 5 and just not getting paid enough. Shout out Pops. But
OG for real.
I had $2,000 in my bank account around that. I paid $1,200 for my rent. I had $800 left over for like groceries and shit. And I remember I spent pretty much all of it. Like I had a little bit of furniture that I brought over from my mom's house, but after that I was completely broke. And the first thing I did was fucking broadcast and blast online coaching nonstop for an entire like maybe 2 or 3 months. Like every day I would post I was just taking clients. It got to a point where I was like coaching like 200 clients at once.
Jeez.
But I made like, I mean, if you type
200 times,
200 times like 100, I made like 20K probably.
Yeah.
Is that right? Correct math?
No.
200 times
200
one.
times 100. What's 2 times 10? 2,000? Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I like my zeros were wrong.
So I made like 20,000 off that,
Minimum.
and then I used that to invest in Anaka. So like that's just like the backstory. On
Yeah.
that. It's crazy, but
Grind mode for real.
for sure.
That's a great story to show the start. Another question that was really good. So all these questions are coming from our YouTube channel. If you go back and watch the first episode, we had like questions and stuff on what you guys recommend. So make sure you tune into the YouTube channel. We put out videos pretty much weekly at this point. But one of the questions was, how do you like choose who to involve in Anaka? Like, because most of the time it's pretty like natural encounters. Like I pretty much was like the first person here, so I've seen everyone that we've like allowed. But like on the back end, like what is your thought process when like allowing people to like work with us?
Funny enough, it's funny enough that you say that, because I think you honestly set the standard for who we hired moving forward. Being able to work, and I've always thought that like coming from a family where my dad, he owns a business, whatever, and I've seen the people that he hires, and no shade towards him.
Yeah.
I've seen the people he hires, and you always got the sense of people not vibing with each other at his office. And I was like, man, like I would hate to create a workspace where like no one really likes each other. Like,
Yeah.
I want to create a workspace one day. I didn't know Anaka was a thing at the time. I would love to create a workspace one day where everyone vibed with each other. Ran into Ant, hired him, whatever, full time. And after that, it was just kind of finding out who Ant liked, I liked, Sam liked, and also was good at their job.
Yeah.
And it just kept moving like forward like that up until now. Like Sergio, the guy that's behind the camera, is probably like our most recent hire.
Yeah, nobody likes him.
Yeah, no one really likes him.
So it's kind of like, yeah, that.
But he's growing on people. That's
Yeah,
the
he
funny
is.
thing. Sorry, you're having to record
Yeah.
this.
And he's really good at his job. So like that was the main selling point.
Yeah, he was really. So Sergio was one of those guys. He was more so good at his job.
Yeah.
than being a cool person.
100%.
But with time, he. I'm definitely kidding, but
Oh man.
yeah. But yeah, with time. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. That was so crazy.
Nah, I guess not. Like, I mean,
It
the
was-
hiring process is. I feel like it's pretty natural at this point. Yeah, just edit this whole part out. You know, it's gonna be like, yo, we love.
But
Serge.
yeah, no. Seriously though, like hiring people that fit the vibe. Like we have Josh here, a designer.
Yeah.
he's in here right now, and honestly, it seems pretty prejudiced. I don't know if that's the right word, but like if you had like swag, or you could just
Yeah, if
dress,
you're wavy.
honestly, if you walked in and you dressed like us,
Respect.
don't listen to this and come down to Houston and walk into our office dressed like us,
Yeah.
because I could tell
Yeah,
if you're faking it. Or
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yo, they're wearing like full designer fits and shit.
Fucking walking with Balenciaga head to
Yeah.
toe.
Yo, straight
But-
Balenci.
Nah, don't do that. But I could tell when people are like legit, like
Yeah.
with the shits, you know.
100%.
And nothing against the people that don't have the sauce. I mean, not that you don't have the sauce. Nothing against the people that don't have the same sauce we have.
Yeah.
It's just when you're able
gotta
to
fit
kind of
the-
relate
Yeah.
to what we do and how we act on a daily basis, it just makes this work shit easy. Like it just
Yeah,
does.
it definitely doesn't feel like a typical work environment. I think everyone sees that like on our stories and stuff.
And they're jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not that they're jealous, but they're just like, wow, I'd really love to work in an environment like that. Because it's pretty rare to really find it. I mean, I had jobs before where you're like cool with some coworkers, but you're not necessarily like hanging out with your coworkers outside of work.
Yeah.
I think that was one thing that like me and you, like from pretty much day one, you were kind of like a big bro to me. So like anyone that we hired after that, kind of like, especially the immediate ones, like
I would look at him like as, could I see this person a part of the family?
yeah,
Not just an
100%.
employee, because my biggest thing up until this day is like never hire someone that's just strictly here to be an employee. I want
Yeah.
someone who's here to like actually grow with the team, be a part of the family, and honestly ride this out forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've made a few mistakes in the past, people that are here for the wrong intentions, and we've easily cut those people away. But now it's more so I've learned my lesson, and it's more so now hiring people that look out for the same, that have this,
Yeah.
that share the same goal, look out for me in the way that I'll look out for them. One of my biggest things, especially being in the position I'm in right now as the CEO, whatever you want to call it, is just making sure I hire people and not treating them like an employee only.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all have one job. We all have a job and a task, which is why we're here. We all make sure that we do it on a daily basis. But just being able to kind of stoop down to their level and kind of just talk to them on a very very respectful manner, and kind of letting them do their thing. I think when you're breathing down someone's back 24/7, it makes them perform way less than than their potential.
Yeah. I think one thing that I've never experienced is like you and Sam ever questioning like anything that I do. Like it's just like, yo, Ant, this is like the task. And then like however I do it or whatever is like never been questioned. It's just like, yo, you trust that I like know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And obviously like I prove it, but it's just like I think that's one of the best things that I've experienced is like if you walked into the office and you see me watching a podcast, you're not like, yo, why aren't you working?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like it's dope because it allows me to just be more creative in like the tasks that I have to do, and it inspires me in ways to like get other things done.
My thing is, as long as you're hitting your deadlines and doing your work,
Yeah,
I truly don't care what you do in your free time. Like if you go to any corporate job, 9 to 5, on a daily basis, on average, they're completing their daily task in like 45 minutes. The other fucking 8 hours, 6 hours, you're literally just wasting life away.
Yeah,
just because corporate says you need to be there 8 hours a day.
Yeah, 100%.
50, 40 hours a week. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you stroll in at like 9, 10. We leave at like 5. We all work out together. As long as goals are getting met, deadlines are met, we're straight. Man, Anthony at Alphaland just hit me up for the payment. Sheesh.
He saw like we're recording the podcast. He was like waiting until he's like, "Oh, you're actually using it?" Yeah,
I already knew that was coming.
I'm gonna need that.
No. I mean, I respect it.
Yeah. Now he saw the lights. He saw the curtains.
My car's
He's like,
outside.
yo, yeah. He's like, wait, they're here a little bit longer than usual. What's going on in there? Yeah. Once he saw this space was being used, that check was coming up.
To give y'all a rundown, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. We haven't actually paid for this Alphaland room. Like technically, we're using this room right now without paying. So
shout out CG for that.
Shout out CG, man. You don't know this yet, but yeah, we're using the room. When you see this on YouTube, and if you get to this part, or someone clips it and sends it to you,
someone's definitely sending this to CG.
We haven't paid the invoice, my brother. The invoice is definitely still pending. The invoice is definitely still pending.
In honor of that coming in, I had to open up Alani New.
Yeah,
just because I know that that invoice is gonna be pending.
But send it again. We sent it.
No cap. We were like, yo, bro, we sent it. Like, what do you mean you didn't get it?
Nah, we'll handle that pretty soon.
Be like, nah, bro, it left my account, man. Like, you gotta hit up your bank.
Is there a way you can pause this? I need to pee.
Yeah, bro. So do I. So we're gonna take a quick little break. Break, and then we'll run it back.
Trying to like focus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have to pee really badly. That was like, Woo. I have to pee so bad.
Gosh, man, I was about to.
Bin baka AK from Time G.
Man, the urine was literally about to flow out of my urethra.
Are we back? Oh, I was like, geez, that was pretty crazy to just drop. I'm not gonna lie, this Alani New this flavor in particular is growing on me. They are heavy though. They're like heavier.
We're good.
Ready on 3.
You should just keep all that in.
Yeah, you should. We're back.
Can you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, we're back, eh?
Once again, this podcast is brought to you by the frozen lemonade flavor by Lonnie Seltz. Squeeze the day, sit back and relax. Son of a peach.
Son of a peach. Yo, I know Hayden's watching this like, wow.
Yeah, Hayden, the sales just went up.
No cap. Yo, our 2,000 followers, like with the 5K people that watch this,
I know.
Everyone should go Alani Seltz code Power Radio.
Yes, sir. I know that they're already at like 1,000% in sales. This probably brought them up to 1,000.1.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Might actually be 1,000.2.
Like
just based on the second wave of like.
We just got them their last convenience store in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
No cap.
Oh boy, just hit him up. Shane's friend. He's like, yo, I saw it on the Anaka Power Radio podcast.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, he just hit him up.
No, you didn't. Oh, I was like, damn, that's quick.
That'd be wavy. He will though. He will. We'll get him in there. Before we get back, I gotta say, man, the restrooms at Alphaland, phenomenal.
A1.
I gotta say, Alphaland is gonna be top tier. Like,
I'm sure people want to hear about that. Like, this is a fucking state of the art.
Yeah.
Establishment. Like, I guess I'll give my.
yeah, we should.
It's been a wild.
It's been a brazy.
It's been a wild ride, man. Christian, I love you, man.
Yeah.
Christian knows I love him.
Just say that before, you know. Just let
It's been
them
a
know
wild
we,
ride.
we both love and respect CG a lot.
This is how long this has been going on. So when we signed on the trailer, when we signed on the trucker park in like Little Mexico that we ran a knockout of for like 4 months out in like El Paso. When we signed on that in 2019, Alphalete was like a thought, and I think he had just signed on Alphalete. It was like the end of 2019, and he had just signed on Alphaland. And I remember walking this place and just saying to myself, how in the hell is this going to work? Like how? And at the time he kept saying this was going to take 6 to 7 months to do. This is 2019, 6 to 7 months to do. We're in 2021 and it still has, I mean, it's damn near done now, but it still hasn't opened. And I think this was just a learning experience for everyone, most importantly Christian. But when you walked this place in 2019, you saw how ugly and brown and outdated it was.
Looked like depressing.
It was very depressing, and you were just like, damn, no wonder the company before this was just like,
yeah,
not
it
popping.
failed.
Like,
Yeah, nobody wanted to work.
I wouldn't work if I came here either.
Nah.
Like, this place was trash.
Yeah.
But Christian, like, to be honest, since knowing Christian since day one, I've always told people that if there's any time you doubt yourself or you feel like you can't do anything or you're scared to take a huge leap of just like faith on a huge project, business venture, whatever it may be, maybe asking a girl out at school or asking a girl at the fucking gym, I don't know. Actually, don't bother girls.
Yeah, not at the gym,
Don't do
man.
the gym.
Don't
That's
do
fucking
that.
whack.
The
But-
gym is like not wavy.
It's not wavy.
Like, yo, get her IG. Like somehow finesse the IG through like mutual followers, and then like the perfect way is just swipe up with the reaction.
Or
That's the best way to test a temp for girls, in my opinion.
go to the check-in desk at LA Fitness and ask them for a photo picture and the person's name and scroll through it and find that person's name and then look them up on IG. I haven't done that, but I've seen people, I've heard of people
Just
that
to
do
say that, I know you've done it before.
No, I haven't.
He's like, yo, do you by chance like have like the
never done
you by
that before.
have the account details? Like,
Nah,
do you know where she lives? Like, she's my friend actually.
I haven't done that. I will say that
Yeah, you know he's done. Yo, you know someone's done some wild shit. If they're like, yo, I will say.
no, I've said
Actually,
that,
on second thought, I won't say.
I used to work at LA Fitness, so you can kind of put two and two together. But my first job actually in life was at LA Fitness.
man.
I was a front desk person. But going back to what I say, if you're ever someone that doubts himself and just struggles with like confidence, Christian Guzman is probably the riskiest, ballsiest motherfucker that I know till this day. To take on a project this big, if you guys have never been to Alphaland, it is a fucking town within a town. To take on a project this big and stick to it and use your own money for 2 years and pretty much suck yourself dry. Pause. To suck yourself dry. Pause again. For 2 years and to come out on top still after 2 years of sucking yourself dry. Pause. It is truly amazing. It's truly inspiring. Like if you come here and you see this, you're going to be surprised. This place is absolutely phenomenal, beautiful from the ground up. From the moment you step foot on this property to the moment you step out to the very, very back of it, every corner, every aspect, the attention to detail has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to Anthony, the not this Ant, the other Anthony, that the project.
Huge shout out to this Ant too, though.
Yes, huge shout out to Ant too. But this place is beautiful, man. I can't really. I don't know. I don't know. How to
Yeah, it's
describe
very
it.
hard to describe it. When I remember somebody asked me like, yeah, they asked me the other day like, yo, like how do you explain this to someone who has no idea? I'm like, this is like an amusement park for like fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think going back to Christian, man, when I met him, it was kind of like at like not the best point, but one thing I'll know and say forever is like he's a visionary. Like when people say like someone's like Kanye level, Jeff Bezos level, like Bill Gates level of mentality, like it's very hard for me to believe it. But Christian is like he is that.
He possesses that.
Christian is cut from that same like Kanye West cloth of just like he sees a vision and he's gonna bring it to life no matter what. Because his vision, like there was multiple times when I was just like, yo, this
shit's not working.
Absolutely no chance Alphaland
This
gets
shit ain't
open.
gonna work. Like,
Bro, when COVID like really hit, I was like, okay, there's no way. This is gonna be a failed venture. Like, and it's fine, he can recover, but it's gonna be a failed venture. Christian is cut from the cloth of like no he doesn't allow failure to happen. And I think it's like when you see it in real life, it's pretty like inspirational because it's like, yo, this is like a true visionary who saw something that no one else saw, and he's bringing it to life, and now we're in it. Like we're literally in an office that he saw the vision and made it happen.
And that's why people like myself, Max, Heidi, in my opinion, that's why we're all also so successful, because we're able to follow the blueprint and we're able to kind of believe in ourselves extra because we're seeing someone who has come from all avenues of life and he's doing it himself. He's putting his foot forward and he's making sure everything gets done. There's been a lot of times where I am iffy about submitting a transfer to a bank account for a product that's going to take 6 months to produce, and I'm not going to see the money back. But when I think about the balls that Christian has, pause that. When I think about his guts, whoa.
There's
okay.
really no good way to say what you're thinking, man. There's really no good way to say that.
I've never seen his guts. I've never seen his balls.
Just thinking
But
of any of those is
when
just
I think
crazy.
about his determination and
there we go.
willpower,
There we
it
go.
is. Yeah,
Man.
there it is. When I think about his determination and
Took us a lot to
willpower
get there.
to get things done and see through it, I honestly just say fuck it and I do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even go over it. Like this year has been the most ballsy year.
Yeah.
And it's because I have Alphaland, an 18-acre project behind our warehouse, is literally
literally a street away.
like
20
being
seconds away.
built and cooked up. And I'm like, if he can take the risk, I can take the risk.
Yeah.
So that's just a little
Side note to
side
Christian
note
and
for
Alphaland.
Christian. Yeah.
Just based off of how nice the restrooms are, like it just led us in that tangent because the restrooms are phenomenal. So, yeah. But completely side note leads me into one of the last questions I want to ask before we, talk about other things. Is someone said, what funny moments within like building Anaka that have led the company closer. It was I can't explain what the question was asking, but like funny moments that brought the team together like further, but like actual ones that we remember. Like not just like every day, but like, like one of those moments or within building the team, not just funny moments, I guess, but like moments that have like really helped build the team. I think the first Disney trip was like when I was like, that's when I realized, okay, like we're really here. Not even really here, but like, damn, all right, they really fuck with us. Because like at that point, I had been working for you maybe 6 months, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had
Definitely Disney. I think Disney.
because it was literally only me, you, Sam, and Noah.
Yeah.
And then
Rest in
Casey. Yeah. RP Noah. Shout out Noah, RP at the same
Rest in
time.
peace, man.
He's definitely watching this. No, if you're watching this, man.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yo, this is the first time we publicly talk about it, man. But if you're watching, nobody knows who Noah is, so nobody understands this. But if you're watching this, man, shouts out for real.
Yeah, for real, man. Whatever you're doing, shout out.
Bless up, bro, for real.
Bless up.
But yeah, it was just us at that moment, and I feel like that was kind of like, wow, okay, like because I knew personally that you were, my best interest was like yours, but when you took us to Disney, or you and Sam took us to Disney, I was like, damn, like this isn't a normal type of like you just come to work and leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Disney trip was something that me and Sam literally planned like a week before.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But it was
planning.
easy because it was just 4 people.
Yeah.
Fun ass trip, amazing ass trip, had a great time. And ever since then, we've made it like an annual trip. We've gone like 2019, 2020, and now we're about to go again
2021
next week.
Yeah.
And next week we're about to go again. So
Yeah.
those are if you ever have a company, definitely recommend you planning and strategizing some sort of like yearly or annual event that kind of brings the team together where y'all just have fun and just don't think about work, don't talk about work, and just fucking vibe out.
I think that's the biggest part.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like all the team building things come from, I mean, team building happens day to day, obviously, but I think the trips have, because I mean, I've experienced the Disney one, and then 2020, we really didn't. 2020 was your show. Like, that wasn't like a team event. Because me and Sam didn't go to that.
Oh, you didn't go in 2020?
Nah, that was like your show only.
Oh, okay.
Like 2020, we really didn't take any trips. Oh, no, yeah, we did. Breckenridge.
Yeah, we did.
So Breckenridge was like content, and then
2021 was
2021. Well, yeah, like beginning of 2021. So like beginning of 2021, and then no, it was 2020. It was the end of 2020 before, because we did New Year's at your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did 2021, Vegas, Miami again. Then we did Washington. Now we're gonna go Orlando. Washington was like a little just us, but I think the trip's definitely, because it's like you're not stressed with work and you're just with you're with your homies and you're having fun. And I think like I know in Orlando the very first time, hilarious is when we ate at Hard Rock, right? Mm-hmm. We ate at Hard Rock, and like up until this point in the trip, at every dinner that we went to, we were telling them it was somebody else's like birthday. And this just happened to be after Universal. So at Universal, we rode every single ride, like everything. We were tired, and no place was open besides Hard Rock. And
I don't think it was Hard Rock. It was Planet Hollywood.
It was one of that kind of like
disgusting food, man.
You know, like those like it's not good restaurant food, but like families go to like because it's quick.
And because of like the big ass screen that they show movies.
Yeah. And so we were there at Universal. I'll never forget this. Everyone's tired. The drinks were like so sugary. It gave everyone a headache. The food was taking forever. Like everyone was in a bad mood.
Chicken was like not even done.
Yeah. Casey's chicken was like cold. And prior to even getting there, we had already told our waiter like it was Shawley's birthday. And so, like, we didn't know that the experience was going to be bad. And everyone at the table was just, like, upset, ready to go. We get the check, and they're like, oh, yo, wait a minute. And then, like, the whole crew comes out and sings happy birthday to Shawley. And everyone's just, like, so upset. Like, Shawley's face is just, like...
I remember that, yeah. I was pretty upset.
But, like, we had already committed to it, so we couldn't say it. Like, we couldn't do it. So, I mean, that was one of the funny moments from that trip. I think those moments are kind of, like... team builders in a sense.
I think that's why that question is hard, because we've had so many funny moments.
Yeah, we have funny moments day to day, so it's like
day. So I think that's why a beautiful reason why we started our YouTube channel, the Anaka Power team channel, because we all kind of realized that like, damn, there's so much that we're missing that we should be filming and uploading. Let's keep that. Let's capture these moments, at least some of these moments, throw them on the YouTube so people can experience it with us as well. So
exactly that way, like everyone who's watching this, like you feel a part of like this whole process, because obviously like me and Shawley are part of it and everyone else on the team's a part of it, but you guys actually like make it possible by supporting us. Like nothing else, like no matter what, none of this is possible unless you guys support us. Yes. And you know, like the clothing and buy it and wear it and tell your friends about it. So one of my things that I like to do is like somehow, some way, shape or form, let you guys know on a deeper level than just saying it. So you can feel it when you watch our YouTube videos and you keep up with it. You're in the Discord and you're meeting new people and you're talking about new things, watching this podcast, like all these little avenues, like pop-ups and stuff is like ways that you guys can meet us or talk to us and have direct contact to us in some way, shape or form. Like in the Discord, me and Shawley are pretty active. So like Shawley, the other day you were like recommending shows for people and stuff. So it's like typically CEOs and like influencers aren't really conversing in that way. And you know, he might not respond to every DM, but if you just so happen to catch him in the cord, you can definitely talk to him.
It's really me. I don't have like a fucking assistant or some shit.
Yeah, that talks for me. He's literally in there like recommending shows and stuff. So all these things are for you guys to like feel a part of what you're also building, because you're a very essential part, if not the most important part to building all this is you guys. So
and I like what we've built. I feel like we have like a really strong fan base.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say fan base, a really strong like
just like family. Yeah,
like I could say that in almost every city, every state, we can locate a city where we can kind of put together like a small group of people that really fuck with us, you know.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty important, because when we started, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. So now we're at that point now where like we're growing that fast, and all the projects we have going on and in the works right now, I think it's only gonna get better.
Yeah, 100%. So I mean, thank every single one of you guys who've watched up to this point. I think now I kind of want to pivot into what, like that was a pretty good intro of like what to expect from the podcast and the story of Anaka.
That was a long ass intro.
Yeah, I mean not an intro. This is like an intro episode, but I kind of want to pivot into like what to expect on the day to day, kind of like current events, you know, things that we're interested in, obviously, And like obviously we'll have guests. So if you have guest requests, you can send it in the podcast on the YouTube channel, wherever. But day to day, just me and Shawley, it's gonna be pretty much pop culture, current events, things about the business, and so on and so forth.
Shoot the shits. Like
Yeah.
the Astros right now. I
Yeah,
know all of
that's
y'all,
why, dude. I'm wearing the full Houston.
You know what's crazy? A majority of America hates the Astros.
If not 85% to like 90%. Yeah.
That's insane.
Pretty
So
crazy.
we're in the World Series. They survived last night somehow, some way. The series is now 3-2. Game 6 is tomorrow. I'm going for sure. I don't know if Serge, are you going? Serge is going. I don't know. Are you going?
Probably not. Probably not.
Those tickets are fucking brazy.
Yeah, like I'm not like a you know, like an Astros fan to the point of like, yo, I'll drop out and buy these tickets. No. If it was the Lakers game 6 and it just so happened to be in Houston, yeah. But like there's not really a sports team I'm that committed to besides the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like I like the Astros and I support them obviously because I'm from Houston, but I'm not like a yo, go Stros, like know the whole lineup type of guy.
It's funny because I don't really like.
I think this series has led you to be an Astros fan though.
No,
or this whole playoffs, I think you've really connected on a different level.
No, I think it's like this for me every single year when they make it to the playoffs. Like 2017, when they make it to the playoffs and World Series.
Yeah.
2017, I was super invested. 2019, I was super invested. Last year, I was super invested. Oh shit! What the hell happened? This year, this year I was really, I was super invested. So it's fun, man. I think baseball is really fun in the playoffs and the World Series. Like tomorrow, I'm going by myself. I told Casey that I can't. Like she, luckily, not well. She has a class she's teaching, so I'm literally going by myself. Like I'm not going with it. I'm going by myself.
Sounds interesting.
So it's gonna be an interesting night for sure.
Just you sitting alone,
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
clapping and shit.
Yeah, maybe
Yo, high fiving friends. You know, like in the crowd, you be high fiving people and shit. It's just gonna
maybe
be
I'll get Sam to go with me or something.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, those tickets are like starting at like 2,000. Yeah, but the cool thing is,
and 7.
yeah, tomorrow's gonna be more so of a game time decision.
Yeah,
But if they go game 7, oh yeah,
seven's a must. I feel
I'm
like
spending whatever the hell.
seven is definitely a must. That's why I'm questioning
I'm
in
going
like the game 6.
ballistic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going.
But it's like,
ballistic.
yo, if they, because honestly, like, yo, if they lose game 6, like, you wouldn't even want to have been there, you know?
Yeah, but I also don't.
It's kind of depressing.
It'd be cool to see their
To
last
see them
game.
winning. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if they win game 6, then you can go to game 7.
We'll see. I kind of
Yeah.
want to see how I feel when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I feel that.
What time is that? 7? Yeah.
7? Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, you have time to decide. Get a little workout in and stuff. But yeah, game 6 is dope. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think's happening? You think they're winning it? I feel like they have to win game 6. Like, if you win game 6, then obviously you win game 7, in my opinion.
I think the Astros perform well with their backs against the wall.
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing, Sergio? Like when they're under pressure, like yesterday when they started off with the grand slam, I was
done.
close to turning off the TV.
I literally did.
But for some reason, I was like, you know what? The game's still early. Let me just hang on and watch a little bit longer. And they literally caught back up within like 2 innings, and I was just like, damn, we got ourselves a ball game. And then
Yeah, you're a baseball
for
fan.
me, I remember they
real.
kept saying,
We got ourselves a ball game. He's a baseball fan for real over here.
I remember them interviewing Dusty, and they said that like he said that his team isn't like scared to perform when it comes to like pressure,
clutch moments. Yeah.
clutch moments. Like they perform well under pressure, and like everyone's confident in winning. And I remember I was just like, man, like I was like, God, if this is their series to win or their game to win,
Yeah.
let every player play to the best of their ability. And all the players that were not playing as good,
Yeah, they stepped up. They
and
finally
played
did step up.
really well yesterday.
Yeah, they did finally step
And
up.
it was probably one of the most entertaining games ever. It was fun, man. It was
after
it was so
the
fun.
grand slam. After the grand slam, I was like, all right, this is. I text you on the chat. I was like, all right, this is done. Like, good series, boys. But we're out of here.
Yeah.
I literally put on Nightmare Before Christmas. Watched the full movie.
I'll put on Hocus Pocus.
Then I checked my phone. I was like, oh, damn, it's like 5-4 at this point. So from 5-4 or 6-4, I think I pretty much watched the end of the game, and it was pretty exciting. Like growing up, my brother played baseball, so I'm not really like that into baseball because I saw it so much. But I'll tap in for an Astros game. Like outside of that, like if the Astros were in the World Series, like honestly,
Absolutely
I wouldn't be
not.
watching it.
I would not
Yeah,
be
like I
watching
wouldn't.
that
I really. I maybe tap into Game 7, but like other than that,
For Houston, it's the last hope we have. The Texans fucking
yeah,
suck.
the Rockets are.
The Rockets are.
The Rockets are in a rebuilding phase though.
And I respect where
Yeah.
I respect where the Rockets are right now. I hope that they continue to make good decisions.
Yeah, they got
But
Dude,
the Texans suck.
The Lakers destroyed them
Yeah,
last
they
night.
did.
That was a
But
good game for us.
The Astros are probably the only team that could give the city of Houston some
Yeah.
sort of hope and happiness.
100%. When it comes to sports,
Yeah.
even the Texans are pretty. But I mean, I've heard like they're gonna trade Deshaun Watson. But like, so supposedly they were in conversation with Miami, and then Miami was like, "Oh, we want to wait until his like allegations go away."
Yeah,
I don't really see the allegations going away anytime soon, though.
yeah, that's a touchy subject. But
Yeah.
Nah.
So I mean, hopefully
he can come back. And,
Yeah.
and
I
be,
mean,
be
yeah.
the star that he was.
right. So hopefully, I saw Deshaun Watson was in trade talks. Hopefully that can get done sometime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Texans are pretty much hopeless at this point, and
Yeah,
then the
zero.
Rockets are in rebuild mode fully.
Real bold pose.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the Lakers coming off a win? I mean, you're a Lakers fan, but
You know what? It's funny. I actually looked at the Western Conference, and no team is doing that. I mean, a lot of teams are like having a rough start. Like,
Yeah.
the Suns are doing pretty bad.
the Suns are doing pretty weak right now.
Obviously, the Rockets are doing really bad. The Lakers are tied.
The Warriors were nice though.
The Warriors are first
nice.
place.
Yeah.
The Lakers are tied in sixth place right now. And honestly, like
Who's second in the West?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I thought they got up to a really bad start, which they did. But I mean, I think teams are just starting to figure themselves out. There was a lot of trades, a lot
Yeah,
of movement, in
a lot
the
of
offseason.
movement.
So like teams are starting to figure themselves out, and I think the Lakers with these easy wins that they have the last couple of
It
games,
builds them up.
it's helping them. I think they play again tonight.
Yeah.
They play the Rockets again tonight. I think these easy wins are giving them confidence because it's putting dubs on the board. And then two, you're starting to see them click more. You're starting to see Russell kind of find his groove a little bit. Still has a long way to go. You're starting to see LeBron get comfortable with who he's playing with. AD's getting comfortable. We have the players that are slowly coming back from injury. Carmelo's hooping.
Dude, yeah, it's so surprising.
Hooping.
Like, I wanted him to do this well, but
Hooping.
it's insane to see him do this well at this point in his career.
Hooping.
Like growing up, he was one of my favorite players, so it's like dope to see him on the Lakers doing his
I
thing.
haven't seen him shoot this well since
Bro.
like NY.
He's
Anthony.
knocked down. Like if he's at the 3-point line and they pass to him, I'm like, oh, this is going in.
Yeah, it's like 75%.
Bro,
chance
he
he's
went
making it.
insane.
Man, I'm enjoying it. It's very nostalgic, especially for me growing up and seeing him play for the Knicks and the Nuggets. Like,
Yeah.
it's truly insane to watch. Like, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
and LeBron
Yeah,
is
LeBron's still nice.
year 19. That's
pretty insane.
The play yesterday where he stole it, and I think Jalen Green was chasing him down and trying to block it. Someone, one of those young players were chasing him down, and you kind of in that moment you're like watching the TV screen and you're seeing LeBron dribble the ball, fast pace with the ball in his hand, dribbling the ball obviously, and he's going super fast. Like
it's pretty insane.
He's still running like he's a rookie.
Yeah.
And he's able to double clutch up and under on a fast break with
Yeah, it
2
takes
or
a
3
lot.
defenders behind him. Not just a normal layup, not just like a normal put down.
Yeah, the double
A
clutch.
double clutch under on a fast break with pressure. I don't know if many of y'all play basketball that listen, but to do that in pressure on a fast break,
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
different breed. Year 19, 36, going on 37, different breed. Different breed.
Yeah, he is.
That's a question for me is when do y'all think he's going to retire?
I think his main goal is to at least play with Bronny.
Which is like 2 years?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if he's going to,
Actually,
if he wants to get a ring with Bronny, but like if he can play with Bronny for at least one season and call it quits, like he's chilling.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's a thing of like, where is he going to end his career?
Because it's kind of like Tom Brady.
Yeah. Like Tom Brady going to the Bucks was like crazy, but if you like,
You're still able to win.
he won a ring and he can play for one this year. I mean, Brady, did you see the game last night
Very
when he
bad.
lost it? Yeah.
He had
That was interesting.
How many
I think he had
interceptions did he have?
2. I know one was a pick 6 to close out the game. Like it was like the final drive. Like
I think he had like 3.
it was like Brady's in New Orleans, last drive to win the game. Like he's gonna win it.
Granted, New Orleans has
Next
great
play,
defense, but
bro. Next play throws a pick 6. I was like, damn. I don't think that's an indicator of his point in his career. Like he's been playing well all season, so it's like
yeah, it's not. An
I think it was just like a
indicator.
bad game,
Very bad game.
like a surprisingly bad game. But I
For
mean,
Tom
it is what it
Brady.
is. Yeah, I didn't really think that would happen.
But yeah, I think you can compare. I think obviously when it comes to sports, LeBron James, if he were to get one more ring, I would feel even more comfortable saying this. He's essentially the Tom Brady of basketball.
Yeah,
As far as just longevity, being able to perform at a top level,
yeah,
elite level, not just getting old and kind of playing in the NBA just to play in the NBA and say
Yeah,
you're playing in the NBA for this
100%.
long. LeBron
Facts.
is still top 5, top 3 in the NBA right now and performing at a top top level.
Yeah, that's fact.
Tom Brady is still top 3, top 2 in the NFL right now, performing at a top level. I mean, you have to give him top 3. He just won a fucking Super Bowl ring last year.
I mean, I honestly feel like he's number one.
Yeah.
Based off Mahomes' year, like everyone always wants to say, like, well, honestly, Rodgers is going crazy this year too.
He is. He's gaining his respect back.
He is.
People forgot about him, but he's back.
Yeah,
he's back for sure.
I'd still personally put Brady over Rodgers, like obviously all time as well.
1000%.
But yeah, I mean, at this current moment, he's, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the league still.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'd say LeBron is probably top 3, if not top 2 small forwards in the league. I wouldn't put him at. I don't know. Now, Bron, in my opinion, is still top 5 players in the league, but definitely not number 1. I feel like Giannis is number 1 at this point.
Right now in today's NBA, and I'm a LeBron stan.
Same. Just to surface
with the given circumstances, him winning the ring last year and putting up 40 points, damn near every single game.
Yeah, come on.
The NBA Finals.
Let's be real.
I have to respect it. I can't.
We got to be real here.
I lost faith in Giannis, but the way he performed last year, I remember just like sitting back and saying, you know what, this guy deserves all the respect.
Yeah,
plus
100%.
more.
100%.
He led that team to a championship by himself. Put the team on his back.
Literally.
Dropped 40 points damn near every single night. He's the best player in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
I put LeBron at second. Right now. Not all time. Right now, LeBron at second. So that's where I stand on that. I think, what was I going to say? I think, watching him play last night, the plays of him when he scored on was it the Timberwolves?
Yeah, when it was 4
players.
Literally 4 people, like 4 actual people. Like 4 legit human beings were trying to stop him from scoring. And he put it up, and then it came back. Like, he literally put it off the glass. Like, he Euro'd, threw the ball onto the glass, and then alley-ooped himself on 4 people.
I wonder if he, got an assist, a rebound, and a point on that.
He should, 100%.
Because, he rebounded it.
And
he damn near assisted to himself. Bro. And he scored. And he did it on 4 people.
That should be worth 4 points.
4 young, thriving players. 4. He did that.
I just want to take a moment to say that we had this conversation the other day, and someone said that Sean Kemp could stop Giannis.
Shout out Mateo.
That was so wild, man. Yeah. Sean Kemp, it literally took 4 humans.
You have to give him the backstory on that story. How we were talking about young NBA and today's NBA. And he emerged from his office.
Yeah, he rose from his office, like literally. So we're having the conversation in the conference room. It was me, Shawley, Emilio. I think Will was there. We're just kind of chatting it up, but we weren't really debating anything because it was just facts. And Matt comes from his office just out of nowhere. Nobody even knew he was there at the point. Y'all are tripping. It's like, yo, what? He was like, man, did y'all watch Michael? Did you? I was like, yo, man.
No disrespect to Matt, but I just, when people.
Yeah, no disrespect to Matt. Obviously, Matt, you're going to watch this. No disrespect. You were here earlier. No disrespect, man.
When people come in with that whole back in their day, back in that day, for me, it's
they didn't even have Instagram back then. I can't respect that, man. Dude, if you were doing something before Instagram was made, how important was it? You couldn't even post about it.
But even for me, I've watched a couple of games from back then, and I've watched highlights. I think majority of America and the world basketball fans today, they've watched more so highlights that pop up on Instagram. But if you go back and you watch some of the games on
NBA, a full game,
NBA TV or YouTube TV or YouTube, sorry, if you watch those games and you see the
sloppy
players, you can take a second stringer off of a team let's say
the Hornets
or the Grizzlies or the Warriors at that. You could take a young, talented player off the Warriors' second string or of the bench, whatever, and you could put them against an average Joe that started back when Jordan played, but wasn't really good. And I'm taking the player of today.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
he's destroying them.
It's almost I might sound dumb, but it's almost like evolution. We're
you get better, right?
We're
obviously
stronger. We're more athletic. We understand basketball more. There's so many different ways.
You build off what was before you.
So many different avenues. we're just all around more athletic.
Like, bro, if you put Joe Harris into the NBA back then, he's lining up and he's the best small forward of all time.
Oh yeah, and like you compare it to the Joe Harrises of back then. Like,
Yeah.
they had no athletic ability.
Exactly.
All they could do was shoot.
Exactly.
Zero athletic
Exactly.
ability. There was only a few amount of players that could move the way that players move today.
Exactly. Now it's like normal.
I wouldn't say few, but it does.
They weren't really moving like this. Like if you really go back and look, like prior to
Man, the athleticism today in today's NBA with
pretty
all these young
insane.
players, man.
Bro,
it's
Ja,
fucking
did
insane.
you remember when Ja Morant was playing the Lakers and he comes up on the left side and he's
Yeah.
about to get blocked. He comes over to the right side of the rim and lays it up.
Back then,
Nobody's doing that besides maybe Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan did that back then, it was like, oh shit, Michael can do it.
or even before that, Dominique Wilkins, like players having that much hang time.
Yeah, in the air.
Penny Hardaway, like you just don't. It's now it's more common. Back then, it was like a penny in a, what is it called?
No, a needle in a haystack.
Ooh, there it is. Yep, there it is. I almost,
A penny in
I
a.
almost fucked that one
I
up.
was like, what?
Yeah, that was
Where are
bad.
you going with that? Like a penny in a water.
Back then, it was
bottle?
a needle in a haystack. Today,
Yeah, I feel
it's
that.
like
Now it's like everything.
every
Now
game-
it's the haystack.
every game you're seeing someone do some sort of
Yeah.
crazy athletic ass move.
Yeah.
And you're just like, damn, that was a good move.
Exactly.
All right, next one.
Maybe. I mean, to be devil's advocate, maybe it's just like broadcasted more. You know what I mean? Back then, like, who was broadcasting this shit?
Bro, no, you could just look at the player. Like,
Well, yeah.
no
I mean,
offense.
yeah.
You can,
No.
you
Yeah,
can
I mean,
just
I
look
agree
at-
with that point. But
Look
yeah.
at the build of a player from the 90s, late 80s, and look at the build of a player today. Like, come on. Don't
Yeah.
argue with me that the NBA isn't more athletic today.
No,
Please.
that's facts. No, I'm not saying that. I'm
I
just
know
saying
old
maybe it was
heads-
more broadcasted. You know?
JJ Redick actually said something the other day. You saw that?
Nah,
He was just like,
I don't really care about
I-
JJ Redick.
yeah, I respect. Nah.
What'd he say? What'd he say though?
You got to put some respect on JJ Redick's name. I'm not going to lie. Duke All-Star.
Nah, he is. He's a legend. But what'd he say though?
Came on. I think now he's a coach for like the Orlando Magic or some shit. I don't know what he does, but he's not in the NBA anymore. I think he retired.
Yeah.
He came on and they were interviewing him. Camera died. Good. He came on the NBA on the TV. He was doing like a press conference and he was saying how like he hates how a lot of old heads will say that a lot of our players today wouldn't survive back
Oh
in
yeah.
their time.
Respect.
And he was like, bro, like, can you look at the players today? Like, it's very annoying. Like, a lot of those old heads wouldn't survive in today's NBA.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Let's be real. Come on.
Yeah. That's a
Sean Kemp
conversation,
is
though.
great. Don't get me wrong. Sean Kemp is a fucking
He's like
phenom.
maybe like all time top 10 power forward.
Oh,
like
yeah.
6 to 10 though. Like if you really break down power forwards like all time,
out of respect of me
Tim
not
Duncan,
understanding it.
Dirk, like shit. AD's obviously better than him all time. Like
You're
bro,
right.
AD, come on.
6 to 10. You're right. That's
6
fair.
to 10, man.
5 or 6 to 10. Sean
Yeah.
Kemp is great though. A legend.
Yeah,
Charles
Sean Kemp-
Charles Barkley was a power forward.
Yeah, come on, man. Charles Barkley's up there. Like
6 to 10 for sure. Maybe
Yeah.
more towards like 8 to 10.
yeah, like if we really sat down and looked at power forwards of all time, like
Yeah.
come on.
Anyways, what else is going on in this world today?
Yo, Facebook, Metaverse.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's not get into that one. Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. No, Metaverse though.
But I do want to get into that one actually.
So Let's Go Brandon is
What
a
is that?
meme. So it's a song that I guess a country rapper. I didn't really understand it
I
until
saw
I listened
Hayden
to the
got
song.
scrutinized for it.
Yeah, so I listened to the song and he's basically anti-Biden, pretty much. Like not to get too in depth of what he was saying for obvious reasons.
Why? What are the reasons?
I mean, just yeah, you know what I mean.
What?
He was like straight anti-Biden.
I mean,
Pretty publicized, you know what I mean? Like pretty. It was pretty anti-Biden. The song.
everyone has their own opinion.
Nah, for sure. It just.
What is
I was just he was just like he was saying things that
give me an example of what one thing he said.
he was very like MAGA forward.
Oh, okay. We don't get it.
Yeah.
I never really understood for those y'all watching, I don't understand what that is. I've heard the song and
Yeah.
it just stuck in my head. I haven't heard the whole song. I heard that part
Yeah.
of the song.
So I mean, basically, this rapper. I thought it was a country rapper. I don't know.
I think it's a country guy that did a rap song.
I think so. That's what I think.
The name
But,
like Bryson Gray.
yeah, Bryson Gray is pretty.
definitely got
It could be wavy though, but I guess he made a song anti-vax, Joe Biden. From what I understood, I don't know, but from what I understood, it was pretty anti-vaccine, pretty anti-Joe Biden.
Tough subject.
Yeah. And so, but it's a current event, you know. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't really care for.
You do. You just don't want to say it.
No, I really don't. I really don't care for. I really don't care.
That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Some things you don't say. You know. That's how life works. But hey.
No, I really don't care.
All right.
I really don't care for the song. I really don't care for any of that conversation. But yeah, it's going pretty viral. I saw on Hayden's story, one of his neighbors put it like on a pumpkin. So I guess that's like a
powerful. But that's what made me want to look into, because I was like, man, I'm seeing this shit.
What is
everywhere.
this? Yeah,
like,
What is it?
So now that I've really seen it everywhere now, I'm gonna definitely look into it and kind of see.
Yeah, I guess it's just
like Christian's shadow.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Right.
But
Peek out.
I don't think
see that's him.
No, it's not him. That has to be Anthony.
Woo, that's CG.
Do we just go holler at him, get him on here, right?
What is he doing? Oh shit.
Yo, CG as a guest, man. Like this, if you like this video right now, and you comment, what should they comment for CG as a guest?
CG.
If you comment CG, we're gonna make him be a guest,
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
and we're gonna also have him perform "Let's Go Brandon."
Let's go, Brandon. He'd love that.
I don't
song.
understand. Like, what is "Let's Go"? What is Brandon? Who is Brandon?
I don't know. That's why we have to listen to the song.
Yeah, it might be. Yo, so I'm gonna play it and just cut the audio.
No, we can keep the audio in there, right?
Nah, for copyright, right? So I'll just play it real quick.
Oh. Interesting song.
Yeah, the song was pretty.
Interesting song, man.
Like, it wasn't a bad song. I'll say that. Like the hook was pretty catchy.
Yeah,
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon. The lyrics and shit, I really don't care for. Like, I think sometimes, like, making a political statement, which this is just my opinion. In my opinion, is pretty like cringe. Like, making a political statement in a song, like, maybe it's powerful to some people, but to me it's kind of cringe.
Definitely cut that up.
Bro, that's not even bad. It's just saying making a political statement, whether it's no matter the side, it's pretty cringe. In like a song, like, it's just kind of forced. It could be powerful to some people though. I just think
if you roll it out in a wavy way, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
If you do like a subtle, like boom, boom, like a subtle, like
like a little, like 2 lyrics. Yeah, I mean 2 bars max, but like a full song of like, yo, this is my side. Like, I'm not listening to it. I don't really care for it. I listen to music for like
The song sounded good though.
entertainment. It wasn't a bad put together song.
The song sounded really good.
It's catchy.
Like,
Rate it out of 10.
surprisingly,
Out of 10, what are you rating it?
Let's go, Brandon. After listening to that,
Lyrics aside, just
Lyrics
like
aside.
from just hearing it as like white noise.
I'd play that in my car.
Yeah.
But I'd play like never mind. I'd play
Playing "Let's Go Brandon" in the whip is pretty brazy.
No, like the
he's just riding. He's riding around his neighborhood. "Let's Go Brandon." Yeah.
the overall tune of it. The overall tune of it is good. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd put. I just don't want to talk about the lyrics. We live in a crazy place.
We
right
do
now.
live in a crazy place where
Let's like we could end it like on that. Like, do you think we're sensitive? Overly sensitive? We'll end it on this. 'Cause
Jeez.
This is like.
yeah, this is pretty for the first episode. For this to be like a conversation, we
keep
might
it-
not even make
You
it.
gotta, gotta keep
We
people-
might not even make it to episode 2.
Do you think society is overly sensitive?
This is a crazy conversation.
Yeah.
Actually, instead of ending it there, let's end on a Metaverse. Good conversation.
Yeah.
Meta. So
Good change up, man. Good change.
yeah. So Facebook has pretty much changed. The parent company of Facebook, the app, is now called Meta, and what's his name?
Mark
Zuckerberg is now creating a virtual reality, pretty much. So the Metaverse.
I watched that whole video and
How do you feel about that?
I thought it was pretty cool. But one thing I did notice, one thing I did realize is that that's going to be something that people are like high key addicted to.
Yeah.
Easy.
So imagine like we clock out of work, we get home at 7 p.m. and we just throw on the goggles or whatever, and we're in the Metaverse. And in the Metaverse, we get to do whatever we really want to do in real life.
The physical activity rate of human beings, like just being able to like stepping outside,
Yeah.
and just like being present with like life
yeah.
is going to diminish so much.
So they actually just acquired a virtual physical activity company. So basically, it's a company who focuses on like physical activity for the VR world. So for instance, like you put on the VR and like you're still actually physically doing physical activity. Yeah. So I guess like in the VR world, it'll be like going to the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it won't be like.
It won't obviously. Yeah, it's not gonna. But like there is still a physical aspect to it in that sense.
No, that's cool. I think that's great for personal, like being able to move around and shit.
Yeah,
good for your body.
Yeah,
that's good. But like nothing will.
But like actually going outside.
Yeah, nothing will compare to like
not
going
normal,
outside,
but being
touching the grass, feeling the air, going to the gym, working out, driving your car, playing basketball on a basketball court.
So what do you think? What do you think if say someone lives a mediocre life at the moment, and the metaverse they live a phenomenal life? What do you think of them just like, yo, I'm just gonna live in the metaverse? It's better for them personally. They put the goggles on and they live their dream lives. Do you think that's what he's trying to create for people? Like, do you think there's a positive impact, or do you think it's just straight negative? Like, do you think the metaverse can be positive in any way, shape, or form?
Now that we're saying this, I kind of want to go watch Ready Player One.
That's like it's like kind of like getting to that point.
Are there any other movies that are like that?
Well, the documentary I recommended to you that you stopped watching talked about the simulation.
That documentary is horrible.
There's a good documentary about the simulation, man. It's called Breaking the Matrix on Hulu. No, Everyone should go watch it. Then comment back and let Shawley know how good it is.
Make sure you have literally nothing else planned for your day. Like if you're bored beyond belief,
you
have nothing planned.
You have to be pretty bored to watch it, or super into like the simulation thing.
And I am, but
you probably got scared, man. And you just
it was
don't
a very,
admit it.
very odd documentary.
It's like dark, kind of.
It was odd, dark, and it was just like creepy. Like when you're watching it at night alone.
Yeah, I watched it at night alone. I was pretty scared.
What are these guys doing? And like it was just local.
But like that's kind of like that's kind of, if you watched it, it's kind of like what he's kind of aiming towards.
Yeah, but it was just
like a VR simulation world almost.
Yeah, I agree. It was just low. I understand that.
Yeah,
it was just super low quality. They could have done a better job. But
yeah,
they probably
I think it's
money.
Hulu, and they probably didn't have that much money. But I think that like the way they went into the simulation theory was pretty dope, and I feel like the metaverse low key is like kind of pushing us towards that point,
to where we have our own simulation.
Where I mean it's pretty much a simulation. Like you're going into a world that's not real, and you're living a life that's not real.
Mm. But
I mean, that
doesn't really answer the simulation that we're currently in.
No, it doesn't. But I feel like maybe, but like it kind of further proves that we could be in a simulation, because if we're creating now our own simulation,
true.
What's to say that someone didn't create a simulation and we're like the byproduct of that simulation? It's a little bit more controlled than just an actual simulation, but maybe we think
real.
Yeah, but maybe we think that though, because like if someone's living in the metaverse, like maybe they're gonna think that's their real life at some point.
It'd be a really advanced metaverse.
So are you ever gonna buy anything? Like, are you ever gonna like get in? Are you gonna create a character? Like join?
I'll definitely copy the crib for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What if you get super involved? You know, you meet like someone.
My thing is, if we get super involved,
you
I'm
like
scared.
meet. Yo, what if you start Anaka in the metaverse?
Yeah.
We got to be one of the first companies on the metaverse.
You know what's funny?
Provide clothing on the metaverse.
When they started it,
all our shorts.
When they started it, I thought about like, damn, when this pops off, I don't know when it's gonna pop off. When it does pop off, how are we gonna take our clothes over to the metaverse?
We have to be one of the first companies allowing wavy clothes on the metaverse.
But that's cool, because that means that each person that's in the simulation or in the metaverse will be able to style
how they want. Yeah,
they'll style their avatar.
Yeah,
in like Anaka clothes.
Yeah, so maybe like for example, maybe someone's not like like they don't feel comfortable wearing like wavy clothes, and in the metaverse, they're like, yo, I'm gonna dress my character how I want, and they're just buying Anaka.
That's another universe or another world to dominate in.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can essentially double
your company.
Yeah, double the money you're making in the real world.
Yo, and then like, what if like the capital can't be that expensive because it's just creating like a
VR coins.
Yeah, exactly.
You use
power coins.
I mean,
power points.
The capital probably is not. I mean, it's just
like coding, right? So like, there's no really initial investment.
You probably have to pay,
Facebook
like or
fee.
Meta,
some type of
fee or something like that to have a store.
Yeah, probably a huge amount.
Yeah,
but that like an actual store. Yeah, that would be.
It's
dope.
essentially like 2K.
Yeah, it is. It kind of is.
In My Player,
it's like My Player. Yeah.
If we were to
like control the My Player.
Yeah.
Like to really like, yo, you're going through the motions of like.
But getting into the VC store of like.
Yeah.
Having, like
Anaka.
Like EE is in there or Nike's in there, like
Chinatown Market's in there. Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's pretty much like that. But I feel like this has been a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I'm fucking starving, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too.
This shit was good enough for y'all, for sure.
Episode 1, Shawley Coker, in quotation. This shit was good enough for y'all. So that'll be the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 1. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Let me know what y'all want to see. What y'all want to see from us in the episodes moving forward for sure.
Yeah, I think episode 2 we need a guest.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking Max, Christian, or Marco.
Yeah,
I think Marco might set the tone.
Marco might set it off right.
Yeah,
for sure.
So actually, if you guys can choose between Marco or Max tuning, leave that in the comments. Tag Max, tag Marco. Once again, thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram at Anaka Power Radio. That's what it is, right? Anaka Power Radio. Yeah, Anaka Power Radio.
On Instagram, right?
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, and then Spotify and Apple Music. You'll be able to find us there. And then watch our YouTube channel.
Links below.
Yeah, links will be in the description. So thank you guys so much. We'll be back hopefully next week. Hopefully this can be a weekly thing. So episode 1 is finally done, boys.
Yo.